What's going on, guys? I'm E, and this is Simple Put Sense. So most of you have already headed back to school to knock out another semester, and I wanted to help steer you guys towards some really dope fragrances that will do damage for you during the school year. So here is my top 10 men's back to school fragrance suggestions. Since the school year takes up the coldest months of the year, these fragrances will be more suited for cooler months. And some of them are also scents you can wear all year. But pretty much the scents on this list are playful, they're attractive to girls, they last at least 6 hours, some of them going a lot longer than that. And they won't have you smelling like your pops, unless he's cool enough to own some of these scents. Yeah. By the way, I don't buy that whole "you're students so you can't afford anything" chit chat. Smelling your best should be as much a priority as the clothes and the shoes you wear. So some of the scents on this list are above $50 and some aren't. You can afford to invest in a couple of fragrances that will add to your image and have you smelling like the best dude in every class. You know what I mean? Pretty much. That's the goal, right? The main takeaway though, do not overspray. Do not, guys. 2 or 3 sprays tops, okay? Because a lot of these are strong. Seriously. 2, 3 sprays. No joke. Most dudes smell like crap, so let's make sure you're not one of them. Let's get into this list. From the house of Azzaro, Wanted. The best words to describe this fragrance, guys, a newer Invictus. It's pretty much what it is. Invictus has been one of the most done to death fragrances over the last few years, and Azzaro Wanted is one of the latest inspired creations of Invictus. It's smoother though, less fresh, but it's more impactful on your skin than current bottles of Invictus. So whatever you do, guys, do not overspray this. Like, that opening is beastly. It's a compliment getter, and if you don't overdo the sprays, one, it will smell really good to people around you. From the house of Yoyo Fam Wild. Yoyo Fam Wild is a very relaxed but fun tropical style scent to wear during the school year. It's not too strong after a couple of hours, so it won't choke out your class, and it also is an easy to light fragrance that will get a lot of compliments and it won't kill your pockets to own it. So if you like a fragrance that lasts but doesn't scream, this is a pretty good option. If I had to come up with 3 words to describe this fragrance: coconut, boozy, playful. From the house of Ferragamo, Black. Now the 3 words that I would use to describe this fragrance: clean, wet, nap. Yeah, I know that sounds wild, but hear me out. Ferragamo Black is one of the first men's fragrances to go the route of smelling like a men's hygiene product. Now, it seems like every scent smells like either a shampoo, a shower gel, a body wash, a body spray, or a deodorant, you know? Black was way ahead of the game. Yeah, it does come across like a wet nap for your hands, but it's very clean smelling. It lasts all day, it's really affordable, and it gets really good reactions. So, not a bad option. Gourmand leather from Zara. Gourmand leather smells like a really good alternative to Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Mall, which is one of the best clubbing fragrances out right now. It's no joke. Ultra Mall though is getting harder and harder to find, and Gourmand leather is one of the closest smells to it you can get out there. It can be had for under $20 at any Zara store, and on top of wearing it to class, you can easily wear it to parties on weekends too, and it will work wonders. This could easily be a signature scent for a student. It's a sweet fragrance that isn't really complicated, but it works. And I would describe it as the fun guy fragrance. From the house of Klein, CK1 Shot. CK1 Shot, guys, is a very nice scent that could low-key be one of the best Calvin Klein fragrances made in years. It could be best described as a spicy, warm, and dark scent. But regardless of the bottle that looks kind of tacky, this scent doesn't come across happy or childish. And it has a quality about it that would suit any dude, really. But I feel like it would work really, really well for a student. It smells pretty much like sweet cigars with some spices. It's a little rough around the edges, but it lasts for a while. And you can buy 200 mils of this stuff for well under $30 online. One bottle of that will last you all year, even if you sprayed it every single day. But dudes don't wear it every single day. It's good to have like 4 fragrance options that you could wear for certain situations. Like have a scent for the daytime, have a scent for the nighttime, for the parties, and for your dates, and you're set. CK1 Shock would work best at night, but on cold days, it could easily cut through the cold with no issue. From the house of Armaf, Craze. Craze is a scent that smells like a popular $300 niche, best-selling fragrance from a house called Parfum de Marly, and the scent is called Pegasus. And you can get this fragrance for about 1/10 the price of that. Now for you dudes out there who don't like math, that's about $30. No one who has Pegasus will be able to tell them apart if they smell both scents in the air. That's how close they are. This is the fragrance for you smooth dudes out there who like to class it up a little bit. If you dress up a little more conservative and you don't want to smell like the typical average dude, Craze is for you. Pegasus is one of Parfum de Marly's most playful and most complimented fragrances, so Craze won't have you smelling like a science teacher or some dean or nothing like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. It kind of smells like an almond vanilla bomb, like the scent is trying to smell like, and it will stand out in a school full of Paco Rabanne and Versace, no question. From the house of Zara, guys, Zara 9.0. I would describe 9.0 as sporty but classy. 9.0 smells like Valentino Uomo, but it will also remind some people of Dior Homme with some amped up citruses. 9.0 is a great all-season fragrance. It works in the cold and the heat. It smells way more expensive than it is. Even though there's a lot of synthetic nature going on, it definitely smells way more expensive than it is. And when I first smelled it, I was shocked that Zara made it. You can get this fragrance for, again, under $20, and it could easily sell for $90. It's one of the gems from the Zara store without question. Valentino Uomo and Dior Homme comes across a lot more classy than 9.0. I feel like 9.0 aims to be a lot more sportier, clean, and fun. From the house of Versace, Eros. Eros is a perfect all-year fragrance for a student. It wouldn't work on the hottest days of the year, but any temp below 70 degrees could easily be a good day to pull this scent out. It's kind of like a mint-heavy Tonka fragrance, to be honest. It's sweet, minty, and warm, which is rare in fragrances. Most mint-heavy fragrances are worn during summer months, but Versace went a little left with this one. It's one of those fragrances that a lot of people in the fragrance community really consider a fail. But to the rest of the world, Eros is a very, very easy to like fragrance. A lot of people wear it for going out purposes, but it could easily be a fragrance you could wear to class for no issue. Again, just don't overspray 1 or 2, 3 times the most, and you're good. Very, very strong, especially in the beginning, but it mellows out. But in the beginning, it'll clear out a room if you're not careful. From the house of Polo, one of my favorite fashion brands of all time, Polo Red Intense. Polo Red Intense is not a fragrance that I own yet, but I really love the way it smells, guys. It's the perfect fragrance for a student, in my opinion. Ralph Lauren to me was the only option when I was in high school and college, and this fragrance would have been easily in my rotation then. I've never sprayed it on my skin, but I've smelled it on friends and on wands enough to know what this fragrance is and what this fragrance does. And Polo Red Intense is a dope fragrance. The best way to describe this scent is cranberry juice and coffee. Yeah. I know that sounds crazy and not too good at all, but it's a sweet berry scent with coffee and resins to darken and man it up. It's not a masterpiece by any means, but it really works on skin. It lasts and it gets compliments. And last but not least, the most expensive fragrance on this list, along with the most popular fragrance on this list, and without question, probably the entire fragrance world right now. From the house of Dior, Sauvage. So, I know, Sauvage is everywhere, but you have at least 2 years to kill this scent before it becomes too played out like the original Aqua de Jo or Bleu de Chanel. Like, this scent is one of the most purchased fragrances in the world at the moment, and for good reason. I would describe this fragrance as deodorant by Dior, honestly. I personally might not appreciate Dior going for that body spray appeal, but life is all about change, dudes, and if you don't roll with changes in life, you'll just be miserable. So I've decided to just appreciate the pros of the scent. And there are a lot of pros to Sauvage, and I really dig what it does. I know there's some issues with wearing this fragrance, like the fact that so many guys wear it, but girls really don't care about that for a couple of reasons. Because 1, it smells good. 2, their dads don't really wear Sauvage. And 3, girls are accustomed to dudes wearing the same thing another dude wears. Guaranteed you will see multiple people wearing the same Zara jeans with that H&M shirt this year. No joke. So I mean, at the end of the day, they don't care. Sauvage is like the iPhone of fragrances. Everyone has it, but it's still sexy. It's number 1 on this list because if I were in school again, this would be a go-to scent for me without question. It lasts forever. It works all year. It's the god of compliments. It keeps you smelling fresh and clean. And it's under $70 on discount websites for a full bottle. Win, 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 and win. Enough said, dudes. If you want a lighter version of Sauvage and you want to save around $40 to $80, I would go with Aromatic Future by Zara. It smells just like Sauvage, and it's really inexpensive if you don't want to spend the extra money. So yeah, but the smell really kills, bottom line. So guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you getting through this list with me. I hope you guys liked it. What scents will be filling up your classes? Let me know, fellas, I'm curious. I hope this list serves you well. Like this video if you appreciated it, comment down below, and of course subscribe if you haven't. I'd appreciate your support. And with that, I'm E. This is Simply Put Sense. And I'm Simply OUT. Peace.
We're surrounded by a bunch of like chemical, synthetic sort of things, just being a woman. So when I smell something like that, even though it might smell like chemical soup to some, to me it just smells like home.
Okay.
You know?